We have two real serious experts that's gonna really help us dispel some rumors. They're gonna educate us, but they're gonna give us a lot of information and maybe even some resources regarding the gift of life and minority organ and tissue donation, which we had that conversation. I shared with you about making the ultimate decision when my brother was diagnosed as brain dead. So this is a subject that really touches our community that we need to know about. So we have Dr. Ramona Chapman, and we have our brother, Mr. Michael Love, here with us, and we're gonna give them the floor, and they're gonna really bless us with this information, so please receive them. I don't know which one is gonna go first, but these are the experts. You have some tablets, some little notepads. Write your questions down, please ask, because they're here to share their wealth of knowledge with us. Let's receive our experts today.
Well, good afternoon, no, it's still morning, right? Good morning. This rain is confusing me these days. Good morning, I am excited to be with you here today. I want to say thank you to DMC, to say thank you to the coffee shop, and to say thank you for each and every person being here. April is National Donate Life Month, and so we are excited to come talk about the importance of organ and tissue donation. I've had the pleasure of serving a Gift of Life in Michigan now for over 25 years, and it's great to see a colleague, Judy Schluter, in the audience, who was really instrumental in making sure that we were able to address some of the myths and misconceptions about organ donation, especially in the faith community. And I almost feel like I am an imposter in here today, because there's so many more people that are much more equipped to talk about this. And so there's a person that's standing in the back that I'm going to make come up front by the name of Tanisha Carswell. She is our community relations coordinator. Come on up, Tanisha. Michael Love is here. Michael is a recipient. And Tanisha represents a donor family member and a recipient. And so that is why I asked her to come up. I am going to go stand in the back because, once again, this is an important conversation, and we have dedicated our lives to making sure that the message about organ and tissue donation, especially in the minority community, gets out. So what I'm happy to say is in those 25 years that we've been with the organization, when I first started, the minority donation rate was 10%. How much do you think it is now?
10%.
You're about to give me fired. You said what? 35. 20? Anybody else? 40? Anybody else? Higher? I've been working hard. The donation is 55%.
Oh,
we are excited about it.
Good morning. I am Mike Love, and I'm a two-time double lung transplant recipient. My first transplant happened in 2015 after a diagnosis of idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis. And in layman's terms, that just means the tissue of my lungs was scarred. And at the time of diagnosis, they told me my only recourse was a double lung transplant. Me being who I am, I'm looking at the doctor like, what are you talking about? Because at that time, I didn't even know lung transplants were possible. November of 17, I had my first double lung transplant. And I have absolutely nothing bad to say about it because I woke up breathing again on my own. And that's part of the miracle of transplant. You go from being who you were as a sick person to who you were before you got sick. 2018, I ended up with pneumonia, followed with a week stay in the hospital, and about a month later, I had double pneumonia, ended up in the hospital on the vent for 8 days. And when I came out of that, I was in what they call chronic rejection. My transplanted lungs were failing. Now, there's a double blessing in that because, one, I made it through, I was blessed to make it through double pneumonia on transplanted lungs. And there are people who didn't make it with the ones they were born with. And the other blessing was that I was afforded a second transplant. So September of 18, I had my second. That one was not as easy as the first one. I spent some time in the hospital and had a lot of complications. But eventually I did go home and I turned the corner, and here we are. September of this year will be 8 years later. I am here because somebody gave. If this wasn't an option for me, life would have ended in 15. Because I was definitely on my way out at the time transplant occurred for me. So that's why it's very, very, very important that we give organ donation consideration. And consideration to the point where we sign up to become donors. I think it's approximately 2,600 people right now in Michigan alone waiting on a transplant. Out of that 2,600, there's 2,400 people waiting on kidneys alone. And kidneys is where we get affected the most, people. Because 60% of the people on that list are waiting on kidneys. Now, if you know anybody that's been on dialysis, they've been on dialysis for a long period of time. Because kidney recipients generally wait anywhere from 3 to 8 years. The unfortunate part about it is that they shouldn't have to wait that long. People are dying every day. And in a perfect world, when somebody passes away, somebody on the list, no matter what the organ is, should get what they need. Not only do I work with the Detroit Motel Foundation, I work with Gift of Life, and I also work with Henry Ford directly in their transplant unit. So I see a lot of things, and being involved as I am, I get to talk to a lot of people. There is fear in becoming an organ donor, and it shouldn't be. The donation process is extremely private. Nobody knows that you are an organ donor unless you tell them, because at this stage of our lives, we're in a very digital age. When is the last time you had to pull your driver's license out? Nobody even sees that little heart on your driver's license. So, only people that would know would be the ones that you tell. I've had statements made to me on the lines of, I can't do it because I don't want anyone to come get me because my name is on that list. Nobody's gonna come against you, and nobody's coming after you for your organs. Due to the way organs are, I'll say, transferred, it's a very complicated and intense situation because you have to be evaluated as a patient, and the donor has to be evaluated as well to determine who matches with who. So it's like I'm not coming off the street and I'm getting ready to grab you because I need some corneas, or I need a new liver or something. I'm gonna snatch his and go around the corner because my doctor friend, we do some bootleg stuff and we're gonna work it out. It does not work like that. The last gift that you could give could be the ultimate blessing for its recipient, because your gift would be a game changer for the person waiting. I'm here and I speak freely about the things that I have been through, so no question is too big or too small. And you don't have to worry about being afraid to ask me anything transplant related. I have no reason to lie to anybody, and I have no reason to pad anything. I'm a straight shooter. I'd kind of like tame myself so I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. But, that's what we're here for. We're here to educate, eliminate some myths, and before I sit down, I'm gonna be like this. All that stuff you see on TV, don't pay attention to that. Ain't nobody down on the first floor, and there's somebody on the 6th floor that needs something, and they gonna get on the elevator and take it upstairs. It don't happen like that.
I'm Tanisha Carson, the Community Relations Coordinator at Gift of Life Michigan and the Detroit Motel Foundation. I've been in this role for about 12 years, I believe, so I've been here for a little while. And I am a 2-time kidney recipient, a donor family member, and I absolutely love what I do. Right? At the age of 8, I was diagnosed with kidney disease. And then I went from 8 to 21 or 22. This was a while ago, you guys. I went from 8 to 22 with no symptoms, and then had to start dialysis. I did dialysis for about 18 months. I don't really need this mic.
When you were 22?
Yeah. I did dialysis for about 18 months, and then my cousin donated a kidney to me, so I had a living donor. And after she donated a kidney to me, we went along with our lives like nothing else ever happened. We both are living a great life right now. We see each other. She actually stays in a different state. We see each other quite frequently, and we are having a great time living our life. We have both found a passion and a mission in organ and tissue donation. She is one of the best advocates for organ and tissue donation that you will ever meet. And of course, I am here working in the field every day just to educate everybody about the importance of organ and tissue donation. And I'm happy you brought up when you said at 22, because there's a lot of youth that are waiting for life-saving transplants. Oftentimes, when I started dialysis, or when I was diagnosed with kidney disease and I had to start dialysis, I actually told them, no, that's not possible because I'm not old enough, right? Because you always see it in the movies with an older person having to start dialysis or getting treatment. But in reality, there is a lot of youth that are waiting for a life-saving organ transplant, not just a kidney. They're waiting for a life-saving organ transplant. And people that you know and you in the future could possibly save one of those lives of people that are waiting for that life-saving transplant. In the midst of me living my life with my first transplant, my 5-month-old nephew died. And my sister remembered everything that we went through while I was waiting for a transplant and allowed him to become an organ and tissue donor as well. And then, you know, we went on about our life. She's not one of the advocates. She's in our presentations that we go out to give. She talks about it with everybody because this is real life. At the end of the day, this is real life. We are living it. We are walking it. We are sharing our stories. I had my first kidney for 18 years, well, 17 and a half, almost 18 years. And then I had a second transplant from a deceased donor. And you know, we got the call early in the morning. I actually missed the call. My husband missed the call. My mom picked up the phone and called me and scared me. I didn't know what she was on my phone yelling about. But we made it to the hospital. I got that second transplant. We had all of our family and our friends and everybody surrounding us. We had people flying in from out of state. And when I say we, I say we because it's a village. It takes a village to do the transplant. It takes a village to take care of the person after the transplant. It is a village that I have, a large village of people that I have. And now here I am, walking in my mission, walking in my purpose, living my life to the fullest. If you saw me, you would never know I had 2 kidney transplants. Yes. Yes.
So when you had the first kidney transplant, why do you not have a second?
So I have a disease called FSGS that will eventually, it's not gonna do it to this second kidney transplant because I didn't have to talk with him. But yeah, I had to talk with him. But I have a disease that could possibly come back and cause.
And kidney failure.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes it does happen. Yes, ma'am.
I know for sometimes that they say that a certain organ is rejected, your body rejects an organ.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know, you might not know this, but is that rejection at the beginning or anywhere during that time you having it? Like even if you had it like 18 years later, could your body do that? Or is it that once you get that organ and at the beginning it doesn't reject it, then you have no problems?
No, so your body will naturally reject that organ because it's not native to your body. So what transplant patients have to take is an immunosuppressor, so that would, I guess, suppress our immune system, so that our body won't reject that organ.
So it's food in the body
Your body naturally fights things like it's fighting off a cold. You know, a cold doesn't belong, so your body is trying to fight that cold. Well, that organ that you receive from somebody else doesn't naturally belong to you.
It's something new in the body,
Right.
so the body is trying to get rid of it.
So it's gonna, and it's gonna fight it off. So we all take medication so that our body won't reject that organ. So we take that medication once or twice a day
For how long?
for the rest of your life.
Oh.
Because if you don't get
As
it,
long
your
as you
body
want to
will
keep that
reject
organ.
it.
Right.
Oh.
I thought once you get it, it just.
No, nope. I took my medication before I came in here. I take it. That's the first thing I do when I get up in the morning. I got a routine. Get up, take a shower, brush my teeth, take my medication.
You and your brothers are best friends.
They just melody.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
They call you, they remind you that you need your medication. And it's really, I like to go online and order my medication. So I go online, I just press the button, and they ship it to my home.
Give me love.
One more question.
Yes, ma'am.
That medication you talking about, is that with any organ?
Yes.
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 So you take it also?
Mhm.
What's the name of the medication?
So we have several different ones.
Oh,
It all depends on the organ.
It all depends on your body. How your body responds to it.
They do blood work, they figure out.
They do blood work. We get our blood work done on a regular. I get my blood work done every 2 weeks because I'm only,
November.
I think I'm 7 months out.
you just got it?
Yeah, I just got my second kidney transplant.
That would have been good to start with.
Oh,
Now you see why I brought her up?
Because 7 months ago, you look good.
thank you. Great.
Then I've heard people say, well, I'm gonna go to heaven with the body God gave me.
Right.
Well, go ahead. You want to do that one, or you want me to?
What I normally say is when a person approaches us and they don't want to sign up or they say that they can't sign up, I advise them to go talk to their faith-based leader. Now we have a lot of information that will let a person know that most major religions support organ and tissue donation. We have things on our website that will teach you that organ donation and everything is accepted. But a lot of times they need to hear from somebody that they talk to or somebody that is their leader in their faith. So a lot of times I'll address them there, but I will let them know that, most major religions support organ and tissue donation, and, there are people in your community who have benefited from organ and tissue donation, as well as people in your community who have donated.
Think about the fact that we can take an organ for someone else that no longer needs it and can use it and put it inside somebody else, and it can get 15, 20, 30 years of life for that other person. That's pretty miraculous. So, okay?
Okay, I got one more question. Okay, so, say I'm an organ donor, right? Will they contact me if somebody needs an organ for me? And, I'm just saying, that before I pass, or I have to pass away.
You have to pass away.
Oh, so I see people that we still living, they donate. So
That's called living donation.
Living donation.
That's called, so when you sign up on the Michigan Organ Donor Registry, we don't contact you.
Okay.
We,
Okay.
For a living donation, the person in need would contact you.
Oh, okay. And one more thing. Say I'm sick, I'm in the hospital. I'm a donor, right? I say they say, well, I don't have that much time to live. Would they try to?
They don't supposed to.
Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Y'all know what I'm trying to
You
say.
die.
so
You gonna do that on your own.
I'm just saying, cause there's a lot of myths out here. I'm just saying.
And that's why we're here.
So, okay, and I'm listening too. I'm listening because I told my wife I ain't giving nobody nothing because I ain't gonna get me up out of here and give my stuff to nobody.
So one thing I do appreciate is you all asking us these questions, because when we go out a lot of times and we're educating people don't wanna ask us the questions because they don't wanna be embarrassed, right? So I do wanna start with saying thank you for asking us the question. But what I do know is that when you are in the hospital and say, for instance, you are ill or anything and you have signed up to be an organ donor, right? The doctors have to do everything that they can do to save your life. Because if you aren't in a great condition and your organs aren't in a great condition, you can't save somebody else's life, right? So if they haven't done what they can do to save your life, you can't save somebody else's life. If your kidneys aren't working properly, you can't donate those kidneys to somebody else. If your lungs aren't working properly, you can't donate those to somebody else. So they have to make sure they're doing everything to save your life in order for you to save somebody else.